Hi students, welcome back to our chemistry class. Today we are going to discuss about a new chapter, water. Nature can provide all the necessary things for the existence of living bodies. Among this, water is most important. It has been estimated that 3/4 of the surface substances on the outer layer of Earth is water. Plenty of water is present in plants and animals. Water is present widely in its three forms of state: solid, liquid, and gas. Water is used for all needs of our daily life. In this chapter, we are going to study the important properties of water, chemical properties of water, hardness of water, water pollution, and water conservation methods. Let us discuss the different characteristics of water first. Water is referred as the universal solvent. Do you know, students, why water is referred as the universal solvent? The property of water dissolving so many types of substances. So, water is referred as the universal solvent. This property of water makes it suitable for use in cleaning and purification operations at home and in industry. Next is states of water. Water can exist in all the three states at different temperatures. Below 0 degrees Celsius, water exists in the solid state, that is, ice. Between 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius, water exists in the liquid state. Above 100 degrees Celsius, water changes completely to the gaseous state, that is, water vapor. Next, solubility of water. In general, solubility of solids in water increases with increase in temperature, but the solubility of gases in water decreases with increase in temperature. This property of water dissolving so many types of substances make it is very useful to living organisms in their life processes. In our body, water dissolves minerals, gases, and other body chemicals and carries them from one part of the body to another. It also helps in removing waste products from our body. Respiration is another characteristic property of water. Gases such as ammonia are readily soluble in water. Other gases like oxygen are only slightly soluble in water. But even the limited solubility of oxygen in water is the lifeline of all aquatic organisms, which make use of the oxygen dissolved in water for respiration. Next, we are going to discuss about the boiling point of water. The temperature at which a liquid boils at normal atmospheric pressure is its boiling point. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Once more, the temperature at which a liquid boils at normal atmospheric pressure is its boiling point. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Simply, we can say that the temperature at which water changes from liquid state to gaseous state upon heating is called as boiling point. This is 100 degrees Celsius. In high altitude regions, water boils at a temperature below 100 degrees Celsius. Do you know the reason behind this? This is because in higher altitude regions have low atmospheric pressure. When pressure decreases, boiling point also decreases. That is why in high altitude region, water boils at a temperature below 100 degrees Celsius. Water exists in the liquid form at temperature between 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. But water changes to vapor at any temperature up to 100 degrees Celsius. Next, we are going to discuss about the heat capacity of water. There is an activity in your textbook. Take equal quantity of water and coconut oil in two separate beakers and heat them in a water bath. Measure the temperatures of water and coconut oil at regular intervals using a thermometer. Do you know which of the two temperatures reaches a higher value in a specified time? Yes. We know that both the substances receive the same amount of heat. The temperature of coconut oil certainly increases, but the temperature of water increases slowly. Do you know what is the reason that the temperature of water increases slowly? Yes, water would need more heat to raise its temperature by 1 degree Celsius. So, the temperature of water slowly increases. Water has the ability to hold more heat when compared to other substances. The heat capacity of water is double than that of coconut oil. So now we can explain the specific heat capacity. The specific heat capacity of a substance is the quantity required to rise the temperature of 1 kg of a substance through 1 degree Celsius. Once more, the specific heat capacity of a substance is the quantity required to rise the temperature of 1 kg of a substance through 1 degree Celsius. Compared to other liquids, water has the highest specific heat capacity. Next, we are going to discuss about the freezing point. Freezing point of a liquid is the temperature at which it freezes to solid at normal atmospheric pressure. The freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Freezing point of a liquid is the temperature at which it freezes to solid at normal atmospheric pressure. The freezing point of water is 0 degree Celsius. When water is converted to ice, its volume increases and the density decreases. When water freezes to ice, it will expand. The volume of water increases on cooling. Unlike other liquids, water has the peculiar property of increasing its volume when it changes to solid state. Along with that, the density of the ice decreases with the increase in the volume. So students, let's summarize our today's session. In this video, we discussed about the different characteristics of water, its boiling point, heat capacity and freezing point. That's all for today. Thank you.